Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Yeah, I know everyone's quick to say that, oh, Pirillo, he's an Apple fanboy. Well, that's not true. There are some Apple products I don't own. One of them would be an Apple TV. I have no want, need, or desire to own one as of yet. The only reason I would likely want to get an Apple TV is to watch YouTube videos directly on the television. I think that's what I would do for Ponzi, though, because sometimes I'll send her a link to a video. She's like, can I watch it on TV? So, what, you watch it on the internet? I don't want to watch it on the internet. I want to watch it on the TV. I said, I know. Well, I'm just saying, it's the same video you just watched, but it's on the TV. I said, okay, but we can't, but, spending that much money on a YouTube device just doesn't make any sense to me. Luckily, I'm backed up with some real reasons that you might not need an Apple TV, and these reasons were submitted by a community member, Edmund Brooks. He sent the top 5 list on why you don't need an Apple TV. He goes by the handle DubFrog1 in chat, and he was giving me some info on why I didn't necessarily need to rush out and get Apple's product. Well, at least this one. Hope you can share this with everyone else on live.pirillo.com. Here it is. Number 5. You have a 5th generation iPod with video and a $20 bill in your pocket. If you have a full-size iPod with a video screen, you're in luck. A lot of Apple TV's functionality is already sitting inside your iPod, just waiting to be used with literally any TV you own. All you need is a $15 to $20 iPod AV cable or one from more than 10 vendors, and you can play music, photos, and videos directly from your iPod with up to 80 gigs of storage space. Counterpoint. You'll have to give up Apple TV's on-TV menuing and use the iPod screen to select content, but a DLO Home Dock Deluxe or a Griffin Tune Center will get you most of the way there for $150 or less. And you might remember I featured the iPod AV cable, and I remember it being somewhere in the area of $50, but hey, if he knows a way to get it cheaper, I'm interested. Number 4, you don't have a high-definition TV, or you don't use one as your primary set. Apple mandates that you have a widescreen television capable of at least 480p resolution, which means that you'll almost certainly need to have a high-definition set in order to even use Apple TV. 480p? Does he mean 720? Anyway, if you don't have one of these TVs or don't keep it in a room where you most often watch videos, Apple TV might not be right for you. Counterpoint. Like it or not, HTV is the future. If you don't have one or more yet, you will. But until then, perhaps Apple TV can wait. Number 3. You have a large movie collection that isn't one of Apple TV's 2 supported formats. For years, video files have been popularized in all sorts of file formats: DivX, MPEG-2, WMV, and various types of AVIs. Apple TV won't play most of them, and it won't play your DVDs either. Assuming you live in a country where DVD ripping is legal, take one step back, American readers. You'll most likely need to use a special conversion tool and spend a couple of hours per DVD you want to convert it into an Apple TV optimized file. Do you really want to invest the time in this format? Counterpoint, the latest Apple TV variant on Apple's H.264 video format offers nice, high resolutions. So maybe it's the right time to start converting your movies, unless you need 5.1 channel surround sound. And by the way, the Xbox 360 now also supports H.264. Number 2, you're budgeting for another Apple purchase, like a Mac Mini. With a $499 iPhone, new iPods, and full-fledged computers like the $599 Mac Mini out there, you'll have plenty of other ways to spend your cash on Apple products, and probably more compelling ones. Many readers think the similarity wireless-ready, more powerful Mac Mini offers a much better value for home AV users. It certainly offers more hard drive space and the ability to play back any video you may have, including digital files in any format, as well as DVDs. Counterpoint. Unless you're planning to buy a 30GB iPod, nothing Apple's releasing is going to be much less than a $299 Apple TV, and you'll have to shell out a lot more for one of those fancy Mac Minis. Number 1, you want to hold out for a version with higher resolution or more hard disk space. If it's a good Apple product, the company always releases a better one later, and if it's a bad product, it quietly disappears from store shelves. Even if you don't like the current Apple TV, you'll have to concede that an updated version is likely eventually following, with enough horsepower to support even better video quality and or store more content. As nice as the first gen iPod was, most people would laugh at paying $399 today for its 5GB disk drive. Counterpoint, Apple could update some of Apple TV's features in firmware or release inexpensive add-ons to enhance its capabilities. Who'd be laughing then? That's true, and there's also an underground community of Apple TV tweakers. Don't know really what they call themselves, but there's a whole wiki set up for Apple TV hacks. Apple hasn't shut them down, and they came out saying that they weren't really going to shut them down, but they don't officially support what they're doing. So it's out there. It's a possibility to mod it to make it do what you want it to do. Anyway, I'm just curious. Does anybody else out there have an Apple TV that's got some feedback? Was it worth your money? What'd you compare it to? What other devices do you have in your house? Why was it the Apple TV, or why isn't it the Apple TV for you? I have yet to get one. I just don't see that I need to spend that money. I've got a lot of entertainment around me. I've already got the internet. I watch most of my videos online. I've got a television that I have in my home office, and I have televisions elsewhere throughout the house. But I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me yet. There are some things I think the Apple TV could do to become a lot more interesting for me. By the way, some people have subscribed to the Chris Pirillo Show podcast on the Apple TV, and they say it looks good. 2 thumbs up. So you can, if you have an Apple TV, subscribe to our show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the podcast. I'm blogging at chris.pirillo.com. And, you're also welcome to stop by our chat room. And our live video feed that's going out over the internet. I don't think the Apple TV does live video feeds, at least not yet. But we're doing it anyway, and you're welcome to join us. You're welcome to email me, chris@pirillo.com, and you're welcome to stop by the chat room. We're waiting for you. Right now, we're waiting. So what are you waiting for? We're at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.